you ever heard of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch? Have you seen anything so weird? Do you think like it might be odd? Can you imagine the impact that it can have on our ecosystem? If you say no to yourself to any of these questions, let me tell you about this. This is what was found in 1997 by Captain Charles J. Moore on his way home from a race that went from California to Hawaii. Can you imagine sailing home, enjoying your trip, wonderful breeze, and then out of nowhere, you're in what looks like an island of plastic? This garbage patch is 80% plastic. And it starts right here in our own hometowns. And how it starts is a bag, a plastic bottle, maybe just even a little bottle cap that didn't happen to make it to the garbage. And it found its way into the streets. As it rains, it's washed down into our sewers. Goes through our sewers to our rivers, and from our rivers, it makes its way down to the oceans. Once it gets to the oceans, it can travel a couple of 100 miles before it hits the currents, also known as gyres, where it starts a very slow process of rotating around in this current. It's also helped by, of course, sea breezes, and it slowly moves its way around. After a long time of traveling through this gyre and being blown around, it starts to break down due to exposure to the sunlight and seawater. And when it breaks down, it doesn't break down as standard garbage will. Plastic breaks down to small pieces. Some of these pieces are as small as plankton. And this is where a true problem actually begins. In this garbage patch, these small pieces, like I've previously said, break down to about the size of plankton, whereas normal trash simply just breaks down. With it being that small, it is actually confused by marine life as food. So, jellyfish, which live off the plankton, consume this plastic. Then, larger animals that eat jellyfish, turtles, fish, albatross, they eat the jellyfish. Now this starts a very bad cycle. For each animal that is consumed, this plastic is now deposited into the new animal. And after time, there's a buildup where these animals will die from intestinal blockage or from something like PCB or other toxins that the plastic actually picked up on its way from our hometowns to the ocean. But there's something even worse that involves us. If these animals don't die from this, they're caught and we consume it. So now the problem is inside of us. Now, one major thing is this trash patch, garbage patch, it's not just one of them. There's actually 5 of them in all of our oceans. Altogether, each patch isn't that large, but it is estimated if you were to combine all 5 trash patches that are in our oceans would be twice the size of Texas. And what makes matters even worse is the garbage isn't stationary. Once it's pulled into the vortex, as some people call it, this trash can actually move about. So you can actually have garbage from Madagascar show up in the trash patch in between California and Hawaii. It is a very slow process, but this trash does move. So now think about what impact this has on our ecosystem. Now that you know about the Great Garbage Patch, you can tell other people about it and see what they think. Most of all, think how you have contributed to it.